Hi, this is Tim from Time to Sew with another short video, and this time we're going to be stamping and then colouring the images in with pro markers. But really the main topic of is going to be overlapping the stamps. This is something that I do without thinking about, and then when people see the cards on the stand, they can't work out quite how I've done it. So I'm just going to show you how to mask in order to overlap images. So without further ado, off we go. So this is the sort of stamp I'm going to be using, and Memento ink and Pro Marker pens. And the secret ingredient, post-it notes. This is the set I'm actually going to be using. It's the three kings with their camels. And what I'm going to be doing is inking the first king. There he is on the acrylic block, and stamping him on the card like so. Then I'm going to take a post-it note, just stick it down with the adhesive layer and stamp the same image again. You notice I'm doing it quite close to the top of the post-it. That's so that part of the image covers the glue. Now I've just sped up cutting that out, but there we go, there's the little man with the sticky part at the top of his head, and I'm just going to stick that over the top of the original image. Now I'm swapping the kings over on my block. This is a new king, there he is on the block, and then I'm going to ink him, and rather than stamp him in isolation, I'm going to deliberately overlap that first image. There we go, and here's the third one, same again, overlapping. So there you see, I've got the three kings. The two either side will appear when we finish that they're behind the first one. Now I'm going to make masks for the other two in exactly the same way. So I'm going to stamp the image on the top of my post-it with the head over the sticky element, so that once it's cut out I can attach it over the top to form the mask. So there he goes into place, like so. Now I'm going to swap the king stamp on my block for one of the camels. Ink that up. There we go, on goes the ink. The beauty obviously of using the clear stamps and the acrylic blocks is that you can look through the stamp, through the block itself and through the stamp, and position them so accurately. So there we go, there's one of the camels. And I'm going to make a mask of the camel in exactly the same way. So I'm stamping the image again at the top of the post-it, and I'm going to cut it out to form the mask. This might all seem a little fiddly. You've got to bear in mind that you can reuse these masks again and again. So once I've produced a mask like this, I'll keep it alongside my stamps, and it saves having to cut a new one each time. The thing I like about these stamps is the fact that each card that you make can be different. You can position them, the people in different places, you combine elements from different sets. This is obviously the three kings with their camels. We've got a set of the nativity scene. We have shepherds with their sheep, and you can make big scenes up using all of the characters. There's a real mix you can make. No two cards need to be the same. So there we go. It's new camel win, covering him up with the mask. Just one more camel to go in. It's very important when you're using Pro Markers that you use Memento ink, which is dye based. Any of the other inks will tend to bleed, and not only will the colours run, but you'll spoil the nibs of the pens. There we go, there's another camel in. And now I'm just removing the masks. And there we go, there are my different images. Oh, he's leapt out of the way. There's now time to start colouring, so I'm going to get the Pro Markers out and start colouring away. At the end of this little video, I've got a number of cards made using these same half a dozen stamps. The only addition to them is a peel off of a star, but you'll see that despite the fact that they're the same stamps and the same equipment, the cards look totally different. Rather than bore you with 20 minutes of colouring in, I've sped the film up, so it's magic colouring in from here on in, and away we go. Dun, 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 dun. I hadn't realised till I started making these little films how much silly noises I make whilst I'm crafting. I can't resist making noises as I'm cutting out and as I'm colouring. I quite enjoy the colouring actually, it's quite therapeutic. I'm putting a slightly dark surround around this camel, and then immediately using a lighter colour to colour the middle. And as the colours blend together, rather than seeing a dark line, you end up just giving a bit of depth to the camel. His hump a slightly different colour. Yeah, nearly there, just the final touches. A little bit of green on the grass. A bit of brown on his beard. And there we go. And just to finish it off, I've decoupaged a couple of the characters. Well, in fact, just the central king and the packs on the camels. And this is what I was talking about earlier. This is using the same stamps but colouring them and positioning them differently. As always, thank you for watching, and everything that I've used today is available from our website www.timetosew.com. Thank you for watching and see you again soon.